Today guys, we're gonna have a look at the best Dark Knight 5 in Season 26 RTA. As always guys, this is my opinion. If you disagree, please let me know in the comment below and let me know what your top 5 of the Dark Knight 5 would be. I'm not gonna mention any light Knight 5 of course, it's gonna be just Dark Knight 5. I have two Dark Knight 5s. I don't know if they're gonna make the list, but I do have two of them in general. Now let's get into it straight away, and as I said, just let me know what your top 5 would be in the comment below, so I might change my mind. There's other units that I have considered for the top 5 that kinda new, like this guy. I think the Varaja is actually really good. So I've considered the Varaja for the top 5. I think it's an insane unit. I didn't put him in the top 5 just because it's really new, but he does have an AoE when he's in Thunder state that just provoke everybody AoE for 2 turns. This is insane because also this skill heals himself, and then it's just actually a really good unit. Provoke for 2 turns. In the meantime, it's gonna have this pretty much as soon as they get out of provoke, unless they proc, and then it's gonna do it again. He heals as well. We saw him in SWC in one game. He actually soloed everything. Really good unit, but it didn't make the top 5. I think it should though, but hey, let's go for the top 5 though, and let's start with number 5. In my opinion, Maximilian. I don't know if I'm biased. I don't know if I just consider the fact that this unit is super fun. He has a speed lead as well, which really helps. He's a cleaving unit that needs to go turn 1, and he has a speed lead. What more could you ask for? Insane unit. I've seen people using him with Water Ryu. So the Water Ryu goes, it boosts his attack bar, it boosts the attack buff, it boosts the attack power as well, so it does so much more damage. He has a skill 3 that hit the enemy 4 times, defense break, decrease attack power for 2 turns, and grant continuous damage for 2 turns, absorb 25% attack bar respectively. So he has attack break, defense break, dots, and decrease attack bar. He can get 100% attack bar, and he can go again. He's on 4 turn cooldown. He has a speed lead, as we said, very high base attack. The other stats are pretty low. It's usually squishy even if you build him tanky-ish on the bruiser side, but the attack is pretty important. Skill 2 also AoE, attack twice, and block them from receiving beneficial effect, and to increase the chance of landing glancing hit for 2 turns with a 70% chance, which goes up to 90%, and the damage increases according to the enemy's max HP. So the tankier they are, the more damage this does. I would say the most important skill is this, of course, and the speed lead is the second most important thing, but this does good damage as well, and it's on a 3 turn cooldown. And then the skill 1 is just hit block, but probably if Maximilian moves, you're probably never gonna use this. It's gonna go with that too. Enemy disappears. I would say build him on speed attack, and then go like subs HP. Build him fast, but build him tuned to your team. Your strippers go first. If you have a defense breaker go before him, then it has skill 3, and it clear everything out. Really good unit. Speed attack, additional damage on the artifact by attack and by speed probably, and then yeah, also focus on accuracy, and yeah, I don't think it needs crit damage. It's just gonna clean anything out anyway. It's gonna steal attack bar, so your team goes again anyway. They're not gonna survive that. Insane unit, one of my most wanted. I think it's one of the most fun units in the game, and really does so much damage even on a speed attack team build. So Valiant Will, best option in my opinion. I've seen this pair, he has 2 AoEs, makes sense, but I think Valiant Will is the better option. So Max is gonna be number 5 in the list. I'm gonna say number 4, and I put this unit in the top 5, just otherwise you guys are going to tell me off. I'm gonna say Nikki. Really good unit. I would say in this season though, not one of the best. I changed my mind. I'm gonna just put the Varaja in the top 5. Nikki is good, but in this season she's not doing that well for me, and I've probably seen the Varaja in a SWC more than I've seen Nikki. But yeah, we talked about Edavraja already. Nikki is really good, but I don't know if she's top 5. She has very good damage on skill 3, she has attack buff, she has 5 hits and heal block. It's pretty good against bruisers, but there's a lot of bruisers that have Gio, there's a lot of bruisers that have Raccoon is a thing, so you use skill 3, Raccoon might cut in between. You have heal block, it's gonna boost himself, it's gonna cleanse the heal block on at least 2 units. It might give a turn to 1 unit that has heals and cleanse, like I don't know, Annabelle, like stuff like that, and she doesn't work anymore. But in certain situations, Nikki is really good. Big damage here, big heals here as well on a 3 turn cooldown. That's 4 turn cooldown. There's a 35% chance to block beneficial effect, sorry, to block heal, and then the skill 2 is a 3 turn. It does heal a lot, and then 30% chance of sleeping. I love Nikki, a lot harder to use this season, but yes, she's probably top 6. I would say 6 in the list, Nikki, and then the Raja number 4, sorry. Number 3 in the list gotta be this guy. We haven't seen him much in SWC, but I would say Ragdoll is always annoying, especially in ladder. There's a lot of AoEs. Turn 1 is definitely the best way to go this season. You see a lot of turn 1, you see a lot of AoE. Guess what? Ragdoll gives your team 40% attack bar if the enemy crits on one of each unit of your team. So every time they crit on one of your ally or one of your unit, it gives 10% attack bar. If they crit on all 4 units, it gets 40% attack bar AoE. Now robos, usually they're not on crit rate, but they have multi-hit, so it's very likely that they are gonna crit. Chompang is a bit harder on skill 2 because he has a single hit. It's usually very low crit rate, but it's still 4 hits, so it might crit a couple of times, but like more. They must have some crit rate, and they have 3 hits for more, 3 hits for the wind robo, the dark robo. They really need to decrease 45% the full attack bar so the Ragdoll doesn't counter them. He countered Nikki as well. He counters a lot of AoEs. Really good unit, a really good turn 2 unit. Now if you have Ragdoll, your turn 2 is gonna become a lot stronger. If you don't have Ragdoll, it's gonna be harder. You can still turn 2 for sure, and Timbo Show does in SWC, but I feel like Ragdoll is insane. Violent Will, Violent Nemesis. I think Violent Will is pretty best. Attack crit damage, attack crit damage, HP crit damage, HP. Just focus on HP, attack, crit rate, and defense. That's all you need to focus on. If you get him to around plus 90 speed, it's all good. It's fine, it doesn't need to be that fast. And then Torrent, we know it can ignore defenses if it's below 30% HP, and it does so much damage. It's on a 2 turn cooldown. Either way, even if it doesn't ignore, it does a lot of damage anyway. It reflects damage as well, and yeah, really good unit. Number 3 in the list, Mr. Ragdoll. Number 2 in the list has to be Nafis. Insane unit, speed. She doesn't need accuracy. She lands defense break, glancing debuff, and heal block on skill 2. Because of the passive, they're all gonna land. The silence is gonna be silence the enemy for 1 turn with a 60% chance if you attack the enemy with harmful effect. So when you have just skill 1 to use, the silence might miss. Well, it doesn't even miss, it doesn't activate, but with skill 2 it should always land. Because you have 3 hits, one of them 60% is gonna activate, and she's gonna land it. She just need to activate it, she doesn't need to land it. It's guaranteed if he activates it. So 60% on skill 2 is gonna land. Skill 1 is gonna be a bit weaker now though, but still, Nafis is insane. Just build them tanky, or I would think build that with high attack, so you can deal with the Douglases as well. You can build that on crit rate as well. You don't need that many stats on Nafis. Just speed to be tuned to your stripper, and then HP. I would say attack, defense is fine, and then you can go crit rate, or you can just go tank here. Nafis is insane. Violent Will again, best option in my opinion. Number 1 in the list has to be Han. insane unit. You can pick anything. You can pick Juno to counter the opponent debuffs. You can pick whatever you want. If the opponent picks Juno, you pick Han. Han is gonna kill the Juno. His skill 3 is insane. 4 hits, defense break, and then he gets 24% attack bar every time he crit. So he gets another turn. He can skill 2. The skill 2 is on a 2-turn cooldown, and he can stun with 50. Well, it's 65%. It's not super reliable, but yeah, it's 65. It's not too bad on 2 hit. And skill 1 does a lot of damage as well. It also gets dots, but especially this, and also the speed lead. If you have a Bunsa, if you have a Gianna, if you have a Bella, this speed lead is gonna be really good. But yeah, this is insane. I'll build him again Valiant Will, or you could build him on Swift, whatever, as fast as you can. Just tune him with a Stripper though, so he can actually defense break. Then amazing as immunity. It's gonna be harder for him to kill, but if you strip, he's gonna defense break. He has 4 hits. If you defense break on a second hit, first hit you're gonna kill the opponent, second hit you probably will kill the opponent because you get another turn anyway because of the attack bar. So you can go Valiant Will, speed, crit damage, attack, I think, with some accuracy, or you can go Swift, whatever. Again, speed, crit damage, or speed, crit rate, even if you want him super fast. Speed, crit rate, attack, and then crit damage line on the artifacts. Insane unit, good base speed, very high base HP, very good attack, really good skill set. Because you do this, 3 turn cooldown, you get an extra turn, you do this, and then you're gonna have this really quickly back. Let's say you do this into this, the next turn you do this into a proc, you have this again. Insane unit. And yeah, GG if you have Han. Han is my number 1 in my opinion. Guys, that's gonna be it for the best Dark Naf 5 in season 26 RTA. Do let me know in the comment below if you agree with it. Guys, thank you so much for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye buddy, take care guys, stay safe, bye.